Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful day in the market it was today. Very easy to trade today. We had our levels already marked out, so it made just a heck of a lot quicker. I have been using the 15-minute and 30-minute orbs. Today I chose to use the 15-minute orb. I just had a feeling we were going to be a little tighter on the price action. And honestly, I was more expecting chop. But I mean, we did get the chop towards the end. Don't get me wrong, but it's not exactly what I was anticipating. I thought we were just gonna stay within the 30-minute orb, and we didn't. So, but I was trading the 15-minute orb today. Saw that we came down. I wanted to come in for that retest and then go for a reject. Given that I got invalidated, it was okay with me. I stayed patient. I waited for the market to give me a decision, and then I noticed that when we came up to the top ends, there's a lot of there's a lot of sellers, but there's also a lot of buyers. Started noticing that after the last two times that we tested, that sellers weren't really as strong. So my thought process was, hey, get it in at the break of the freaking 15-minute orb and take a 2-to-1 ratio. So my entry was right at that break of the 15-minute orb. My stop was at the bottom of this candle. And sure as shit, we did end up getting a nice little push up. I ended up clapping, haha, not getting clapped, motherfucker. But I ended up taking profits, roughly about 35% on the contract, right at this second candle. I think it was like mid-range, more or less. But ended up taking profits on the first trade. Nice, beautiful trade, small trade. Ended up coming back, tested the 8 EMA, and that was my entry. Was anywhere between the 5 and the 8 EMA. I was really hoping for a retest of that 15-minute orb, but it didn't happen. And as soon as we got into the 8 EMA, I started noticing a buyer momentum. So I took my entry, and I wanted to take profit at this bottom of the supply. I ended up taking profit at the bottom of the supply. Sure enough, I mean, I could have taken more profit to begin with, but my thought process: we hit that supply, we're going to reject. We hit that supply, we rejected, but I did not get full confirmation on the 1 minute, 2 minute, or 3 minute. So I didn't really want to take process into it. So I watched the 5 minute, and we never even broke below down to the 5 EMA, which is technically my go-to confirmation. If we come down off of a reject, getting in between the 5 and 2 and the 5 and the 8 EMA, that would be a nice move to the downside for me personally. That way I could take entry and probably cut my stop loss at the middle of the candle, or even at the top of the candle, depending where we're at. We came into the supply zone. We ended up rejecting and started doing a little finagling. I started noticing the chop, so I didn't even bother getting into the entry. We ended up taking up into the supply zone, and then we ended up taking down. So on this reject right here, this area where we broke below, we ended up closing slightly below the price target. So I just said, hell, fuck it. And I knew that when the 5 and the 8 EMA crosses, that's signaling for more of a downtrend. I ended up taking an entry right at this green candle. I think it was a little higher, but I ended up taking an entry at the green candle. My stop loss was at the top of this red candle. As you can see, we never even came close to the top. We ended up pulling down, and my exit was at the support line that we showed in the early on in the market. I started that was that support line that I was looking for, and which is also the bottom of the 15-minute. But wanted to come in for a retest. I was kind of hoping for another move up to the upside, rejecting here and then moving downside the rest of the day, but that didn't play out as I thought. Ended up taking profits right at that level. I was pretty happy with 3 trades right there, and I kind of called it a day. I didn't want to risk it anymore because I didn't really see a reason to trade more than 3 times, to take more than 3 trades in one day. We ended up still bouncing off of this bottom of the support zone. Still ended up hitting that 562.65. And I was telling my members that, hey, we're going to hit that 562.65 bottom of supply and we're going to reject. What I was looking for, though, was an M type pattern. So when we go up, come down, go back up, form a lower high, in the market and then reject back down, making a new lower low. That was my idea. I didn't really expect a whole lot of chop, but we ended up getting some chop, and sure enough, we ended up coming down, making a new lower low in the aftermarket. But that was a play that I took today. Wasn't that bad, wasn't that hard, and it was fairly simple. I just stuck to my plan, used that orb, and I used my price targets that I already marked out. Fairly easy. Okay, so now let's get into the watch list for tomorrow. All right, let me take this orb out because I don't need it anymore. But for tomorrow, I kind of want to see what happens at this 559.31. If anything, we come up and I want to look for a reject at this 560.86 or even this 561.92. These would be my reject and entry zones. What I'm looking for a reject, I want to see it come in and then lose it. As soon as it touches, lose it. That would be entry. Stop loss is slightly above my entry where this supply zone. This hourly supply. If not, we can come into this 569 and check for another reject from there. That would also be my hourly supply with a stop loss slightly above the 561.92, so it'd be roughly like 562-ish, 562.50. 562.65 is still support. I mean, the supply level as well. Keep that in mind. What I really would like to see is that reject come and test this 557 and then break below it down to this 553. I want, hopefully tomorrow, if it doesn't happen, then I'm gonna look for Monday. But hopefully we can find a bounce at this 551 support. I mean demand. This 551.08 to 549.11. That's where I want to see a bounce in the market. And let me adjust that so we can make a newer high. But with given news data coming up, it'll be a little bit harder to predict. I guess we'll see where pre-market lands us in the morning. And honestly, for an upside potential, I really think that if we were to break how far is that off? If we were to break this 565.65 into this 566.12, this 566.12 has been used as support before. So if we were to break up into this level, we could see for the 570 and then pushing on to 573 for an upside potential. Honestly, I would not take any longs or call options within the supply zone, given that it could still be used as as a reject. So I really would like to see a break above this 565.65 to the 566.12. That would be a bullish momentum to the 570 to 573. Other than that, for tomorrow, my bias is to a bearish side, a bearish standpoint, unless we can form we either push to the new lows another level tomorrow morning with pre-market data, or whatever, we start pushing up in pre-market data, I'm going to look for that reject. Keep in mind that after the bell tomorrow morning, there is some data, can't really remember, let me look it up real quick. Luckily for me, it's in my Discord. Feel free to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, and if you go down into the description below, I have been putting down the Discord invitations. So if you would like to join a Discord, join in with the live streams and learn to trade with the fellow members. Me and my colleagues are very happy to help you guys out, and we are happy to show you guys how to mark out your own levels, do your own analysis, and also set up your own strategy so you can dominate the market with us as well. I hope you guys have a blessed day or a blessed afternoon. Good luck to everybody that goes trading in the market. Stay safe, trade smart, and chase the dream. And by the way, for tomorrow, 30 minutes after the bell, we have factory orders, which is not necessarily a big thing. So it's not going to fluctuate the market a whole lot, but it will deviate a little bit. So keep that in mind. What you're looking for is that 8:30 Eastern time data, and peace out. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Remember, I do these videos and watch lists every Sunday through Thursday from 8 p.m. Central Time. And I also provide a live trading in the Discord, which link is down below. Merch shop is also down below in the description. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Wait, today's Thursday. I'll catch you guys Sunday. Take care.